Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Leo. Welcome back to See Tarot. This is your advanced tarot reading for the month of July. I will provide the replay in the playlist for fire signs and for Leo, and you can catch that replay later. I will, of course, give you a quick recap. However, I do encourage you to go back and watch the original basic reading. As I've mentioned and promised, these videos will move much more quickly than the original videos, working on the premise that you are either a tarot reader yourself or are very heavily familiar with the meanings of other cards. So I will be able to channel more energy because I can move more quickly. So for you, Leo, we had Three of Cups, Temperance, and the Sun all in the upright, and 10 of Cups, which was in reverse at the bottom of the deck. We did also have a Two of Swords, which I will get to later, but in general, there was a message about solely incorporating feelings or emotions, considering how you feel about someone from your past. Also, there was a message about a very, very powerful message about learning how you feel in terms of a very specific message about gender roles and things like that, and about responsibilities and roles and expectations. And I gave an example of like being on a date and asking yourself, well, who's going to pay, and thinking about how you feel about that, thinking about how you feel about finances and social aspects of your relationship, or what you're looking for in the future if you're not currently in a relationship. There's also a tremendous amount of joy, tremendous big message about being in the vibration of true joy, true happiness, like happiness that I can't even put into words. I can't express it in words. Intense amount of happiness. And of course, we do have you showing up in your own reading with the Sun card. A lot of times, most people associate the Strength card with Leo just because there's a lion, but really, the Sun card holds the same amount of fire in that card as well. Also, there was a message about vitality and learning to thrive, learning to really sit in and appreciate when the good times do come, because they can be so fleeting. There's also a message about a gathering, an event, or something that a conversation even that is kind of long overdue and needs to happen, and slowly kind of getting around to thinking about how you feel and thinking about what you're going to say. With the Ten of Pentacles for the month of July, there is that possibility in store to quite literally get into a point where you have everything you could possibly ever dream or want or need. Just not even what you need, what you want also. Okay? So I wanted to clarify. We also had the Two of Swords. So that's in reverse because it's not really happening now, but I'm getting that this has a lot to do with the message that I mentioned before about understanding social aspects and domestication and upbringings and those aspects in when it comes to a relationship. There's this energy of false sense of security when it comes to that. It's the energy of going your whole life believing in something, and then kind of like the blindfold comes off and you realize, wow, I really don't care about that. Like, it's the energy of someone who, or the opposite, it's like suddenly realizing, oh wow, I really don't care about money, or I don't care about my person's finances, or the opposite, like, oh wow, I actually really do care about someone's finances or how they contribute in a relationship. And so that's the energy of like the blindfold comes off. It's like I said, you go your whole life thinking that you did think it was important to you and you don't, or you go your whole life thinking that it was important and it really isn't, and so on. So let's clarify the Three of Cups here. Three of Cups, spirits, guides, universe. Okay. So we have the Eight of Cups here in the upright. And the Two of Pentacles. Interesting. So this is, of course, about not only walking away from a situation that you you know that it makes you unhappy, or the not even a situation, but the thought, a train of thought, a train of thinking, the way a pattern of thinking where you kind of go around in circles, you go back and forth between thinking about whether or not you want to stay with someone or move on. Also the energy of wondering whether or not you want to stay single or get into a committed relationship. There's someone out there who has the energy of being single and just being just very content and happy. But there's a small part of you that's considering getting into a relationship. It's the energy of like kind of getting warming up to the idea of going on to like going out with friends, possibly to meet someone, or even like social media. Some meeting someone through social media is kind of popping up as well. But not just that, there's also like heavier energy, I want to say, a majority of you who are there is someone who comes to mind when it comes to like a connection. But getting again very specific, these visions are coming through. There's someone who maybe walked away from someone in the past. I'm guessing either it wasn't the right time, or there was just way too much going on in someone's life, or they were in between two people, honestly, and you kind of went with someone else. And that person, there's an energy of like a desire of wanting to go back because you let's say you picked someone else over the other person and just things didn't really work out the way you thought they would, and it's the energy of wanting to go back to that other person. I also had mentioned in the other in the basic reading about the fact that there's someone who they're in an interesting dynamic where it's either like going from friend zone to relationship, or there's someone who you've been friends with, or even if not friends, it's more like mutual, like platonic, and it's that energy of wow, I've never really thought of that person in that way, but it's kind of like the emotionality of it is having a little bit of a desire and slowly warming up to the idea of well, maybe things can go somewhere, and maybe I could actually be extremely happy with this person, you know. And but in the past, perhaps you just thought of them as a friend, or as it was just a light or a very simple type of connection. Let's clarify temperance. Woo! Okay. King of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. Interesting. I am seeing a masculine energy here. There is, like I said, really just heavy, heavy pentacles. So 3D. So this is about finances. There's some aspect of finances, something that's destined to happen, something that's destined to happen. And I am getting a very particular energy of someone who specifically goes from that energy of like it wasn't important to them that their partner was financially stable, but then they realize, wow, okay, actually it is. And the divine is supporting you with the Wheel of Fortune here. It is destined. It is destined for you to have your counterpart, meaning someone who, and it doesn't matter whether it's female, male, male, really doesn't matter. It's just the energy saying that it's supporting you. It's masculine means giving. Okay, that's all it means. Well, it means a lot of things, but majority feminine is about receiving, masculine is about giving. So the divine is giving you a fated opportunity to have. Wow, Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. It's in the reverse because it has not happened yet, but it will happen. This is the energy of being able to enjoy, having luxury. This is being taken care of instead of being the one to always take care of someone else. Okay. And even if it's not something that you place heavy emphasis on when you're thinking about your partner or your future partner. This is what the divine has planned for you. So the aspect of being taken care of. There's also a message here about being wise and being prepared. So this is the energy of, even though you may have the potential to be with someone who can take care of you, it's the divine has a word of caution to ensure that you're also still being mindful, meaning like saving your own money and still if you can work. Like yes, you may be potentially be able to be in a relationship with someone who can take care of you, but divine is still nudging you to take the steps. It doesn't have to be like you actually take on a whole job, but if you don't want to work in the future. But it's that energy of just do what you need to do to still take care of yourself, even though the plan is for you to have a lot of abundance and be taken care of. Clarify the Sun card. This is what's hidden from you. Interesting. The Magician. You already know what that means. Let's see. We also have Six of Cups in reverse at the bottom of the deck. This is someone from your past returning, as I mentioned earlier. Also, there are a few of you who manifested this. There are a few of you who manifested it, and perhaps you didn't even realize that you did. There is a part of you that when you walked away from someone before, or when you dismissed the idea of someone and considered possibly just staying friends with them, there was like this tiny, tiny part of you, like deep, deep inside, that manifested them returning in the future, and that person, and I'm getting it's because there's a soulmate, a twin flame type situation here where you're really destined to be with someone. And so that tiny, tiny part of you in an instant went through all the feelings and all the visualizations of seeing yourself getting married and having children, or maybe not having children, but just being in a deeper, higher level of commitment with someone and going through all those steps in a connection with that person. Because the fact is that person has everything that they need to make you happy, and vice versa. You both have it within you to be the perfect counterpart for your person. Okay. Also, random energy. There's someone here who is single, and there will be someone who's returning, and it's not in a return in the sense where you got to know this person. It could be someone I don't know, just so specific, but you went to high school with, or grade school with, or you went to college with. Maybe you never talked to them. It's that kind of vibe where you meet someone and then you realize you both went to the same school. Or it's also like you meet someone and you realize that they went to an event that you also went to, like that type of dynamic energy. Also, the type of things that you like to do, the type of gatherings you like to go to, maybe you're the type of person you like to go to concerts, you like live entertainment, or really anything, you like to cook, and it's that energy of, oh, you meet someone who likes to do that same thing. And there's a lot of balance in the connection that happens because of that common interest, which brings a lot of joy. All right, let's do one more. Interesting. I have to pull middle of the deck, King of Wands again. I knew this was going to come out. This is about a fire sign. So apart from you, someone you could be dealing with, Aries, Leo, also Leo or Sagittarius. But this is about the energy of intense amount of thinking and planning going into like an intimate encounter, if you catch my drift. Like just really, really heavily fantasizing and thinking about someone else, to the point of exhaustion, really. I mean, it's almost like, and it's the energy of like someone almost like never gets tired of thinking about like being intimate with someone, but physically there's like the energy of you don't even realize that thinking about it so much is like draining you. You or your person is doing this without telling the other person that you're doing it. And then at the bottom of the deck, the moon in reverse, like I said, doing it without, so this is happening behind the scenes. Okay, behind the scenes. So it's being unaware that someone else is engaging in that type of like heavy thinking and fantasizing. Okay, so Leo, that is what I have for you for this reading. Please subscribe so that you don't miss out on any other videos that we upload here. If you are interested in a sound bowl or sound bath video, we will be having videos coming and being hosted on Amazon Prime Direct. and details for that is in the description box. We also have a podcast I'd like to invite you to check out if you like listening to positive affirmations. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the concept of astral traveling or lucid dreaming. Maybe you have before, but if you have dreams and you're not really sure what they mean, we do have a live question and answer video that will be uploaded pretty soon, in which we receive messages. You can email ctarot@gmail.com and figure out what the meaning of your dream is. Okay? So be blessed, be well. Until next time.